Hey there everybody, what is going on? Welcome back to some more TCGO. Today we're going to be playing my beautiful Nidoqueen deck that I actually just made a video about. Not specifically the deck list was in it, but we're talking about Nidoqueen and how insanely good this card can be. It's a stage 2 non-GX, 160 HP Pokemon. That's a pretty good HP number to be at. There's a lot of things that are going to be taken into consideration with this card. Something like Bucephalon is going to have to discard 4 energies if it doesn't have the Beast energy attached to it to knock out a Nidoqueen. That's not something it wants to do for a single prize. So that's good. There's a lot of Pokemon like Zoroark, Golisopod, Lycanroc. They don't hit the numbers on this whatsoever. So it's a very, very nice number to be at. Of course, the GXs, the tag team GXs, they can hit numbers. Something like Venusaur, though, can't hit 160 every turn. So there's a lot of good things about this HP number. Moving on to the ability. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may search your deck for a Pokemon that is not a GX or EX. Reveal it and put it into your hand. This is going to pair extremely well with Power Lariat. Attack does 10 plus, 50 more damage for each evolution on your bench. So the idea here is to Nidoqueen one turn, Queen's Call, grab a Nidoqueen, put the Nidoqueen in play, Queen's Call, grab whatever else you need, evolve it up. And the attack is for a triple colorless. And usually 2-turn attachment attackers are not very good, but we got some other stuff to manipulate here. We got Malamar, Psychic Recharge. We're going to try and get some of that into play. And we got Zoroark, so helping with getting the Psychic Energy in the discard pile, while also being a backup attacker if we need to power up our Nidoqueens. And just nice draw consistency. One of the most underrated cards, but very helpful cards in the deck, is Ditto. We got 3 different guys to evolve into. Ditto's going to help out a lot with that. So we're playing a 4-2-4 line of Nidoqueen. Not really worth mentioning any of these guys. They're really here to just evolve, but Call for Family could be nice in a pinch. If you go second and your opponent has also a dead hand. Start your deck for basic Pokemon, put it onto your bench. It's just kind of there. And they can do 20 and 30 for double colorless. That's about it. Really, the main draw is Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen's attack with a full bench will hit for 260. With the Choice Band, that is 290. With a Shrine of Punishment in play, you are actually able to knock out a Magikarp Wailord that has no HP manipulation, just sitting at that 300. That is insane to me. So, Malamar, of course, Psychic Recharge. We're playing 2-2 line. It's important, but it's not too important. Once we get one Nidoqueen rolling, we should be able to, every turn, attach an energy at the very least to get the next one going. But yeah, Zoroark, trade, fantastic ability, discard card from our hand, draw 2 cards, and this could get us rare candy for Nidoqueen, and get us a lot of things. And then Ride is Speeding for double colorless will do pretty much 150 for us with a full bench. So that's what we're hoping for here. And we got 4 line of that and a Ditto. So this has been working out so far, so good. Playing 1 copy of Field Blar just to kind of get rid of some super annoying things. We are playing Zoroark in this one, so we really don't want to see Choice Band or Shrine of Punishments. So if we can get rid of those, it can be useful. We're playing 2 copy of Mysterious Treasure because the majority of the deck is actually Psychic, and I mean Zoroark is going to help get Zoroark out anyways, so that's usually pretty good. Playing 4 copy of Nest Ball because just we have a lot of basics, and the key of this deck working is getting those basics out, so going to be very useful. 1 copy of Palpad because putting 2 very useful supporters back into our deck is always a good idea. Got 4 rare candy because getting rare candy and Nidoqueen and everything else working is the best way to functionally do this outside of Meganium. We're playing 2 copies of Rescue Stretcher because we got a lot of Pokemon and a lot of important guys to really be able to reuse. So yeah, We're playing a copy of Viridian Forest. We need a counter stadium other than the field blower being in here because we have to get rid of our opponent's really powerful prism stadiums. We can't just allow them to have that in play all game. That's not something you ever want to do. So playing a counter stadium is usually a good idea. And Viridian Forest, though, it can help your opponent. It helps the deck too because sometimes you got to get that psychic energy. It will also help us discard a psychic energy to the discard pile for psychic recharge use, and then grab a psychic energy that we can play from our hand during the turn, so that could be nice. 2 copies of Cynthia because it's just a nice card to have. A copy of Erica's Hospitality because it's also very good, and this will help us draw 6 cards if we could have like a 10 card hand afterwards, and that's really good. 4 copies of Guzmo for consistency, but also we got quite a bit of retreat cost in this deck. 2/2, we have a 1 on Ditto, but also a 3 on Nidoqueen and a 2 on Nidorina. Jeez, can't say its name. 4 copies of Lily because we're trying to get that turn 1 Lily, but also it's really pretty good with what we got going on here. 2 copies of Choice Band because sometimes it's going to help. Again, Zoroark can hit for 150 with a Choice Band, but also this will help us hit the numbers on a lot of the tag team GXs if we don't have a full evolved bench or what. 4 copies of Double Colorless, it's the most important energy in the deck, and 5 copies of Psychic. You can probably lower that by 1. 5 seems to be working out pretty well here, so I'm going to stick with it. You can always up the Viridian Force if you really wanted to, but that's the deck list. That's what we're going with. Pretty good track record with this deck. I've made a couple versions, but this just seems to be the best one so far. It's a little bit different from my IRL version, which I'm really liking my online version a lot more, so I'm probably going to change my real life version to this for now. And then when Unbroken Bonds, or whatever the English set is called, comes out, we're going to have triple acceleration energy, and that's when Nidoqueen just gets completely nuts, and you don't even have to worry so much as you do now for getting multiple energies in play. So we're going to lead off Zorua and leave Inkay on the bench. Inkay is probably going to be more useful to evolve up into Malamar for now, so sure. Zorua, I can't speak. Zorua can take a hit and get knocked out if it really needs to. We have 4 of those in here. We only have 2 Inkay. So I guess we're playing against a Silvally deck, I'd have to assume, but we're going to see Titanol come down, 2 of them, and then a double colorless attachment, so I'm very intrigued on what's going to be happening here. We will attach the Psychic to Zorua and I guess Cynthia here. We're going to attach that because on the off chance we can retreat, then we get 1 into the discard pile. That's a pretty nice thing to have. But also, if we can draw into a second Psychic Energy, we can pay for the double colors attack cost. We're going to put Ditto down for now and really just pass. So if he can have an energy attachment, he can knock me out here. We're going to see that come down. He's playing Fairy Energy. I really don't know what's going on here. We're also going to see Ultra Ball. I'd have to assume for Lele to just get a supporter. We're actually going to see Silvally. Okay, so probably evolving the active because it does a lot of damage with the attack. Cynthia coming down. I'm very intrigued what's going on here. Okay, I think I get the idea. He might be playing Mina to get the energies into play, double colorless, and then going and just trying to hit for every type. So it's not a bad idea for a deck. I just don't know if it's the best. So we got to watch out for Rebel GX. It's a very strong GX attack, but it's not going to be able to take care of Zoroark at the moment, so that's pretty good. And I guess we go ahead and trade a Guzma and hope that we can get something. So we're going to get a Lily, but Lily probably not the best at the moment. I'm actually going to go ahead and Palpad just so we can get rid of Palpad and not have to worry about it later. And I'm going to Cynthia because I need a fresh hand. And I really got to get rid of some of the stuff in my hand. My hand's getting a little clunky. This is okay. It's not the best, but it's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and Viridian Forest, getting rid of, I'd have to probably say Nidorina, because I don't think it's going to be the most useful here. Grab that Psychic Energy. Hopefully you're going to be able to do something with it. We did get 1 in the discard pile already, so that's good. we will go ahead and Mysterious Treasure, getting rid of, I think, probably at this point, Choice Band, because at least the other stuff is usable. This is where not having Lele in the deck is kind of a bad thing, but hopefully we don't have to worry about that too much. And I guess we're going to go ahead and attach the Psychic Energy to it just on the off chance we can get the ball rolling. I'd like to Field Blower, but I don't really necessarily want to. Gotta kind of hope for the best here. They can use it, sure. It's not the end of the world, but maybe having access to it again could be useful. Hopefully we'll be able to draw into something here. We're going to get 3 cards in the next turn. Don't think he can knock me out unless he has Fighting Memory, which could be prized. He might not have access to it. Whole bunch of factoring things here. So hopefully we can just get away with not having to see it and a knockout, because it could hurt a whole lot. And it looks like he's also playing the Fairy Ninetales. That either is going to be the GX one, so he can search out Fighting Memories, or it's going to be the basic one, the baby one, that will this one that will not be damaged by EX and GX Pokemon. So problem here is we're 2-shot by Silvally, and we drew Guzma, so that's not very good either. I'm actually going to go ahead and get rid of Field Blower for an energy, and I'm probably going to go ahead and trade the energy. I'm going to trade Guzma here. I'm going to keep the energy, just maybe we can set up something else. Double Rare Candy is not what I wanted to see. I think we're going to go ahead and pull up Silvally and feed him this, and I guess try and Hypnosis stall for now. This isn't going super hot. So they do get heads, so that's not good for us. They're going to be able to attack. They might have even had Guzma in hand regardless, so it's whatever. But still kind of unfortunate to see there. You're going to see a Field Blower come down, get rid of the Stadium. Not really like the biggest deal. I don't need it. Another Sightseer, and we're going to see a Fire Memory go into the discard pile. So a lot of memories in the deck. Turbo Drive for a knockout. I'm going to go with Nidoqueen. Hope that we can draw into it and do some stuff. So here we go. I'm going to Nest Ball. I'm going to grab probably a Nidoran. Probably should have grabbed the Zoroark, but it's fine. Just hoping that we can draw into like Lily and play some cards here. Alright. That works. Unfortunately, I can't play the Psychic because I needed double colorless and our Nidoqueen here. But we didn't get Nidoqueen regardless. So, at this point, I'm thinking we kinda just call for family and get another Nidoran on the bench for Inkay. So we can actually try to evolve Inkay, because it's faster to evolve Inkay than it is a Nidoran. So we'll try our best here. Oh well, I guess it would have. I probably should have grabbed the Nidoran. It's fine. It's fine. This will work out, and hopefully he just doesn't knock out Zoroark this turn. So we're gonna be going down low in prizes regardless here, so that's not the best thing. And again, we got to watch out for Silvally's GX attack, because if we get too much energy down, it's really gonna punish us. Actually, is it energy or is it your opponent's bench Pokemon? So if we get too many bench Pokemon, it's really gonna punish us. For some reason, I was thinking it was the one with the energy down or something. I don't know. I really don't. Sometimes I just think very crazily. So let's go ahead and grab Nidoqueen. We're going to evolve into Zoroark here. We are going to Queen's Call for a Malamar because we really got to get that going. Finally going to be able to attack, hopefully. I don't think there's any possible way we whiff a double colorless here. Thankfully enough, we don't. And if we can make him waste his GX attack now, then that's honestly good for us. So, did he get rid of Psychic Memory? No, he did not. So that's kind of an issue, but hopefully it's not the biggest issue. So, at this point, let us go ahead and trade away a Malamar, because probably not going to need it. And, oh, there's more double colorless. We're going to Psychic Recharge. We're going to Psychic Recharge to the Nidoran here, so that way next turn hopefully we get another Nidoqueen going. Really would have liked to have got another basic on the bench though, so if we can go ahead and trade, I guess we get rid of the Psychic. Guzma's too important, and so is the double colorless, so at least we can Psychic Recharge. And there is, we don't want Zoro, we want another Nidoran. We want another Nidoran. So let's get that going. And unfortunately, this isn't a knockout at all, but it's better than nothing. And if we can force him to use his GX attack now as opposed to later, then that's good. So hopefully we're not too late to swing this one around. And I really gotta hope for the best here. So we gotta evolve these Nidoqueens real quick. So we see the GX one come down. I did mention that it'd probably be pretty important for them, and they're gonna grab an Adventurer bag, which is probably gonna grab the fighting and probably grab the Psychic Memory if it's in their deck. But we're actually gonna see the GX attack. So I'm actually super grateful for that, even though our Zoroark is super close to getting knocked out. It is probably going to be knocked out, but still, very, very worried here. So I think we're going to go ahead and throw Zoroark into the active for now. We still have to get more evolutions in place. So down you go, Zoroa. Down you go. We're going to go ahead and Psychic Recharge here. Get that energy onto the bench Nidoran. And now we kind of got to trade. So goodbye, Guzma. I really wish I didn't have to get rid of you, but kind of need to. And oh, this is not looking good. So double colorless will come. Double colorless. So we're in a tight spot. So they could Fighting Memory just knock us out. I kind of have to Guzma, right? So let's go ahead and trade the Nest Ball because it's not useful. We don't need it. So we'll just get rid of it now. There we go. Rare Candy Nidoqueen. Perfect. We will now go ahead and Queen's Call for Nidorina. And hopefully we can draw into one of those Nidoqueen on the next turn. We don't have too many cards in decks, and we have two of them in there, so it's a pretty good chance of drawing into it. And yeah, that's knockout on either Zoroark or Silvally. So let's pull up Silvally and attack for a knockout. I'm more afraid of Silvally at the moment than I am Zoroark. So yeah, I wanna do this. So finally taking two prizes. We're gonna get Arca's Hospitality and Zoroark. Zoroark means we get all our evolved Pokemon in play next turn, so that's good. And he can't, barring Psychic Memory, knock out Nidoqueen here, but the way he sends up Zoro, I'm thinking Guzma for game. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I had to imagine he had it. He had a very large hand size, and he didn't play too many Guzma, so it's unfortunate as it is. We got a really bad end of the stick with some of our draws there, and when we finally did start setting up, it just was too late. So I'm not going to be too salty, and don't let this change your mind about Nidoqueen. The deck is still beautiful. TCGO though, I have to say, at sometimes it's so random it's bad. That's my go-to phrase for TCGO. The randomization in this game is so bad sometimes that it thinks that you want triple Guzma opening hand with like triple double colorless energy. they're nice cards to have, but your opening hand, it's not what you want. And that happens a lot in TCGO. So, again, don't let that one really persuade you on Nidoqueen. The deck's still good. You can see how well it functioned there. It's very consistent. It's very good. It was just way too late in that game. And we did easily get a nice one-shot on a Savali. So, there you go. We're going to lead off Nidoran. Because of the Call for Family and Zoroark being a little bit more important, especially with a hand that's not too good here. Again, we don't play Lele, we play only evolving Pokemon here, so Mysterious Treasure not really going to go too far for us. So, going against a Golisopod deck. A lot of people playing Golisopod lately. Don't really know why. I had try and there another one with Jirachi. I don't know. I I feel like it's better with Zoroark, but I don't know. Did someone recently like make a Golisopod video? Because I know when they do, like YouTubers make videos, people just play those decks like a whole lot. But we're gonna see Jirachi come to the active here, and Stellar Wish, probably grabbing them a supporter they actually use this turn. Did they already? No, because the Ultra Ball isn't there. We're going to see Escape Board. So probably nothing too good, which is fine, because if it leaves me a turn, then... Oh, okay, they had Lily in hand. Okay. So they probably got Knockout next turn. Golisopod, Knockout. But we'll see what we have going on. So, Inkay to the bench. I am going to Field Blower. Probably not the best idea, but I don't really want to see that. And we are going to get rid of Rescue Stretcher. We have a second one in here, so it's not a big deal. And I guess for now, we grab the Nidoqueen and honestly just hope for the best. Like, he could still easily knock us out, but this isn't very good. When you see energy come down, retreat, Golisopod, knockout. I'm just really hoping it's not gonna go that way. I'm hoping that they whiffed like one piece of the puzzle, or they have to Stellar Wish for Guzma, and then Guzma doesn't target Nidoran. So it's not gonna work out for you because you're asleep. You're preparing for next turn. So surprisingly enough, this was a correct play. And I've actually put my opponent into a bit of a predicament. So hopefully we can just, with Nidoqueen, start thinning the deck out a little bit and get the ball rolling. I think it was just like a play you had to go with. It was a make or break play, and it just was a make play. So we're going to see a pass, probably. I don't think they can really play anything else here unless they get some energy, or no, they already played the energy, so yeah. Alright, so evolve into our Nidoqueen. We will evolve into our Malamar. Do we have? We don't have any energy. We have not seen any energy yet. So we will Queen's Call, and I guess we're going to grab Ditto for now, because Ditto can evolve literally into anything. No, maybe not. Maybe we grab Nidoran, because Nidoran will actually be able to rare candy into Nidoqueen, and then on the next turn we can attempt a double Queen's Call turn, just grabbing cards. So there's so many cards in our deck that we could even draw into at this point in time. We just have been given like the worst combination of cards to roll with, and actually this helps out a lot for us. So thank you for giving us that. So our ideal turn is to draw into Zoroark, trade away. Oh yeah, we'll trade away with Reinforce the Nidoqueen, and then grab the Psychic, and then we trade the Psychic energy, and then we can Malamar the Psychic energy and play. Hope for the best, because we can always grab another Nidoqueen, or I mean, we can actually just Nidoqueen for something to discard other than Nidoqueen, right? So that's fine. And are we actually going to see this thing stuck in the active again? Or are we actually going to see Golisopod come up? Either way, Spot can't knock us out. I was going to say, I have to imagine he's going to go for the Malamar, because it seems pretty obvious to me that Malamar is the guy that you can actually knock out and is going to be a problem for you. But don't necessarily agree with it. It's not useful right now, so I don't know. Alright, so we will go ahead and Queen call out probably Ditto now. And I do think we get rid of Nidoqueen. We have ways of getting it back. We have more in there. I just need an energy. I need to start doing something. So hopefully this will help out on the next turn. We can maybe even attack. So let's go ahead and Nest Ball. We're going to grab probably Inkay just to try and get another Malamar in play. And we're going to pass. So literally any supporter besides Guzma here useful. And what else? I don't know. I don't really know. We're going to see Cynthia come down. So probably going to see a double colorless. And if Lurantis comes down, we could see Nidoqueen get knocked out with a GX attack. Then we don't have to worry about the GX attack in general anymore. That's probably what they're going to want to see here. Because if not, they don't have knockout. But we're just going to see a second grass come down. And I'm assuming just first impression for 30. Not a nice amount of damage to even be doing. And we finally see something useful. So we are going to go ahead and definitely Lily first here. I know there's potential of just grabbing something, but yeah, it's fine. We're going to evolve into Zoroark. We're going to go ahead and search our deck for another basic to be putting down. Probably the Nidoran at this point. We want to see as much Nidoqueen play as possible. We're also going to put the double colorless on our Nidoqueen. We're going to Queen's Call for a Nidoqueen. Which we will then Rare Candy. So then we can also go ahead and Queen's Call with that one. So that way we can grab Malamar. Malamar will evolve. We can Psychic Recharge here. And then attach energy to... No, we didn't get Psychic Energy in there. Okay, so to get the Psychic Energy, we're going to head and get rid of Guzma. Because at least Cynthia is going to give us a new hand, right? And then we will trade that in hopes of getting another evolution Pokemon here. And also getting that second energy in play this turn. Well, I mean, technically we whiffed. We can get double Malamar this turn. Unfortunately, even with that, we don't get the knockout because of the fighting dumbbells. But if the fighting dumbbells weren't there, we would have knockout. So let's go ahead and Psychic Recharge. And get that down on this Nidoqueen. And I don't know. Do we want double Malamar? I feel like we want double Zoroark, if anything. So, because we don't have knockout regardless this turn, I think we're just going to opt to Power Lariat for now for 160. It's still not bad damage. It really isn't. I mean, there's something to be said that if we had drawn Field Blower, knockout. But he's going to want to get out of the active here regardless. So, and if he leaves it, knockout. There's a whole lot to be said here. So, he needs energy, Lurantis for a knockout if he wants to go that route, or he can Guzma. So, we're going to see Guzma. Zoroark's going to be coming up. He's targeting down Zoroark because of the double colorless retreat cost, but also because he can hit this for 2 prizes, and the rest of my deck is only 1 prizes. So I understand why you want to target this down, but if you're not targeting down Nidoqueen, especially when it is fully loaded, you're not gonna have a good situation against this deck. Yes, we did get rid of Guzma, but still, we got 3 more in the deck. We have trade with Zoroark regardless. we can get rid of a useless card in our hand for an energy, trade that so we can Psychic Recharge it, get the second energy in play every turn. This is what the deck does. This is how potent and destructive this deck can really be. And we're probably going to get first impression this turn. And I would have to assume by the fresh HP'd one. So 120 coming down. Nah, I'm not too upset about that. It's fine. It really is. I can even, I mean, look, we got double colorless there. So hey, that's fine. We will go ahead and Queen's Call. I'm going to go ahead and grab Nidoqueen and evolve into it here. And I'm also kind of thinking like grab other Nidoqueen, evolve into it here, because I got double Nidoqueen next turn if I play my cards right. So let's do that. I'm actually gonna go ahead and get rid of the Cynthia here. I know I was saying that it's nice to have, but it's also nice to get, I don't know, 2 energy in play every turn. So let's go ahead and trade that away. Let's see a Zorua. Actually, really what I wanted to see here. We will now Psychic Recharge to one of you. Probably this one, because this is not the Ditto one. So if he wants an easy knockout, I want him to knock out this one and not the one with Ditto. So this is our last stretcher, but I think we'll appropriately use it next turn. So I can Guzma for a knockout, or I can just double colorless retreat for a knockout here. And I'm opting for the double colorless just retreat for a knockout here. But there is something to be said not having enough energy on the following turn. So because of that, I think we are going to target down this one. But what we're going to do is we're going to give him the fresh Nidoqueen that he has to waste a GX attack with a Lurantis in play to knock out. So let's go ahead and do that. And I don't think we can do much else here. And we're going to Power Lariat for a knockout. It's going to be 260 damage, and it's nothing to take lightly. We're going to take the prize lead here. He's got more GXs than I do to really worrying about in his deck, so I'm perfectly A-okay to be doing this. I'm not even afraid of putting Zoroark down at this point, because he knows he has to deal with these Nidoqueens. If he's not dealing with these Nidoqueens, he's getting one shot. So we're in a super good position. I have Choice Band, so even if he does knock out something this turn, Choice Band knocking out Golisopod. We're knocking out a Golisopod regardless. So if he sends up the one with the thing, he's thinking, oh, it's more healthy, he's going to have a hard time knocking this out. Choice Band knockout, which he is actually going to do here. So unless he armor presses, we're fine. Even if he armor presses, we're fine. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Can't get a knockout on me without Lurantis though. Crossing Cut GX. 150. He's gonna go hide on the bench. Probably throw up a Jirachi. I can still trade. I can still thin out my deck heavily. So we will Queen's Call for a Nidoqueen. Get Nidoqueen in play. We're going to Queen's Call for a Zorua. Just thin out the deck a little bit. We're going to Queen's Call one more time for another Zorua. We don't need any of these Zorua at the moment, so what we're actually going to do is we're going to Viridian Force one of them for a Psychic Energy. We have 2 double colors in play, so we still have 2 left. I'm going to trade the Psychic Energy here We're looking for a Guzma. We didn't hit it, but it's fine. We got another double colorless. I am going to Psychic Recharge to the Nidoqueen over here now. We're going to attach double colorless to it. No, I think we hold on to the energy. We don't want to throw down the energy. And I don't know if we necessarily use Rescue Stretcher at this point or not. I feel like we want to have Zoroark in there before we Rescue Stretcher. So we'll leave it at that. We're still maxed out on damage capacity, so I got a choice of retreating or leaving it. I'm going to leave it. It's fine. We're going to be able to get another one right back in play next turn. So go ahead and Power Lariat for a knockout. We still have a lot of potential tools in our hand to use, and we're taking a prize. So perfectly fine. Again, we still got stuff to do. Cynthia's kind of nice here because we can shuffle things into our deck before we get too low, because I think we did use the Cynthia earlier. We only play 2 in the deck, so having another one here is good. So we don't have to worry about decking out at any point now. We're seeing Ultra Ball. Could be Ultra Balling trying to get Lurantis at this point, but I don't think it really helps other than hitting the one I have on the bench, which, again, I got Nidoqueens for days, and he's actually going to whiff, so Lurantis is prized, and we're going to see Jirachi retreat. Or no, we're actually going to see Guzma. So he's going to be Guzming up the... I think this is a big misplay on your part, dude. You can't be targeting down. I know he's 2 prizes. I know he's tempting. It's just kind of a dangerous situation to be in. But he is going to armor press him for a knockout. So we got to hit for a lot. So let me do my math here. He's got 250 HP. We're getting it for 240. So we need the Guzma. But that's going to be if we can grab it. So maybe it's not the worst play to get rid of it, but still. You have to knock out a bunch of 1 prize attackers. You're going to have to knock out 3 now. I just got to knock out 2 of your guys. So, see what we got here. We got 2 Guzma in the discard pile. I am 100% getting those both back. I also have to worry about maybe Issa roll a play. So, that could be bad. I don't know why I sent this one up. I meant to send this one up. That's actually a very big misplay on my part. I'm just going through it way too quick. Okay, so we're actually going to do this here. We're going to go ahead, shuffle 3 Pokemon. We're going to get, I think, Nidoqueen. I don't even think we needed Zoroark. I don't think it honestly matters what we grab. We'll grab Zoroark just for a better chance of drawing into it, I guess. We will Queen's Call. Grab our last Nidoqueen, evolve into it. No, he had a first impression for a knockout, right? Or am I... No, he did. He did armor press. Okay. So we'll throw down Zorua. Attach the double colorless to a fresh one. We're going to attach Choice Band. I want to attach all the Choice Bands. But we are going to Cynthia. Because I want to get a new hand. I want to get more stuff going. And that's perfectly fine. We'll Queen's Call. So we don't have to draw into any of the Pokemon. And if we do, we can always trade next turn. We have one Guzma in hand. Did we prize 2 Guzma? We prized 2 Guzma. Wow. That's not good. We're actually going to go ahead and trade away this Psychic Energy so we can Psychic Recharge here. And on the next turn, we can put that on the Nidoqueen. When our Nidoqueen's knocked out, and we set up another Nidoqueen to attack with. So we will Power Lariat. It's not going to be a knockout because they did manipulate pretty well. But I don't know. I should have. Did we have Field Blower? No, we got rid of Field Blower super early. Okay. I completely forgot even using Needle Blower. What? Field Blower. So there is that. He's already used his GX attack though. I'm not too scared of this stuff. Yeah, he's gonna put another thing down. Yeah, we're gonna lose Nidoqueen, but it's fine. He's gonna Stellar Wish, Acerola. So it's planning on using Acerola obviously next turn to just loop this. Armor Press for a knockout, reduce the damage. Not a bad idea. My issue was I put up the wrong guy last turn. I needed a fresh one. I didn't put the fresh one up. So instead of letting him Acerola for free, we will target down this, because if we target down this, he has to get another one into play to evolve, and this will be a knockout. So why don't we actually Psychic Recharge to this Nidoqueen for that reason before we decide to do anything stupid. Yeah, so we will target down this Swim Pod, so it can't do anything except this Nidoqueen. Don't have to worry about getting anything to play because we'll be able to evolve stuff, no problem. And we will trade the Nest Ball because I don't want it. It's just clunky. So yeah. Power Lariat for a knockout. See if we can draw into something useful. Erica, when we play stuff, it can be useful. So he's got attack regardless with Golisopod. This is only attacker. You can Guzma the one on the bench and knock it out if he wants to, which is fine. So maybe honestly I should have targeted down the Lurantis, for being honest here. Probably would have been a better play, but we're going to see a retreat going out into this Golisopod and a first impression. Alright, so I believe I have, no, is it game? 260, 290 minus 20. I think I'm actually 10 damage short. So why don't we evolve into these guys? We can Erica. Do I want to Retreats or no? I think we want to retreat. We'll immediately psychic recharge 1 energy onto it. We still have 1 double colorless energy left. So we had double Zoroark in place, so it's probably going to be easily obtainable. And we're gonna Power Lariat. So again, I think we're 10 damage short, which... Oh no! I did do my math wrong. Alright. Oh, the first impression? I don't know. No, we would have been fine. What am I even going on about? We would have been fine. I was like doing really, really stupid math in my head there.